Hello everyone and welcome back. So in this video what we are going to do is Sequelize CLI integration with our code. Okay, so it is pretty much straightforward. What I do is we can install the Sequelize CLI. That is, you can just do npm install --save dev. So it's a dev dependency you can add. Okay, Sequelize CLI, and if the Sequelize is not installed, first of all you need to have a Sequelize also with Sequelize CLI, so you can install both the packages. Okay, once both the packages are installed, what you can do is you will be able to access Sequelize CLI init command. So let's see what all commands we have. So Sequelize CLI is giving us command line interface for your Sequelize ORM to create migration, undo migrations, or create seeder, create models. All these kind of tasks it is being done. These are very helpful commands. Okay, like if I created a model, I wanted to create a table in the database. What I will do is I will just do Sequelize db migrate. Okay, these are the commands are there. But before starting with that, we have to initialize the Sequelize. So it will just generate few required files for us. So what we can do is npx Sequelize and init command. We can just remove the existing folders and all. Okay, npx Sequelize init. You can see it has created few folders like seeders, migrations, models, and config.json. These four things are required for Sequelize to work. Like migrations, if you have any tables, you can write migrations. If you have an entity models like post, blog, user tag, all these entities we are going to have, we will put that in the models. Okay, config is nothing but a config JSON. So our Sequelize, when you are connecting to database, running the migrations, all these things when you are doing, it will look into config.json to get the database details like username, password, database, all this configuration it is going to read from here. Okay, then we have the seeders. If you have any seeders in your application to seed the data in the database, then you can use seeders. Okay, so what we will do in the next video is we'll try to add a migration and we'll try to run it. Before that, we can just see that now we are able to run our Docker Compose. Just try to run it, and it is running. So we have two containers. One is a MySQL container and one is a Nodejs container. Always try to have a Docker Compose file for any kind of development. If it is a backend, then always try to have it, because you might be using RabbitMQ, Elasticsearch, you might be using the Node.js, Nest.js, all these different services. So it's better to have consolidated Docker Compose file and running them in a Docker network, okay, so that they can talk to each other. So we already decided that we are going to write a Blogger application. Our now Sequelize has been set up. If you see this index.js file, it is having basic configuration, and what that basic configuration look like, it will be reading all the files from the environment variable. So here you can see config.use environment variables. So it is creating the Sequelize instance based on the environment variable. Then it is reading the files from the models folder. So you can see in the current working directory, it will read all the models which we are going to define, like user, post, tag, and it will just bind all the models with the DB object. So whenever we need to do an operation with any database table, then what we will do is db.modelname.find all these methods. And okay, so let's try to create let's start creating the entities like user, model, tags, and post, and we will also define the associations. So we will take a look on how we can define the associations in the Sequelize, and then we will run the migrations after creating these models. Okay, config.json, we just need to update the details here based on our Docker Compose configuration. So here we are using MySQL database test1, user is root, password is root. So make sure that you are providing the correct configuration. We will configure it in the different way, but username is root, password is also root. Okay, database name is test1, our host is DB, and we are looking at the development configurations. So in env, you have to specify your node environment as a development. So it will pick only the development configuration and just provide all the correct information here.